Maybe. I'm wearing this hat. This is my EMF hat because I find like when I'm talking, I don't know. I think it's the roof, the ceiling. The ceiling is kind of metal. It's corrugated zinc. And ask me why I came here. I don't know. I don't know. It seemed like the right price. At the last place, I was getting bombarded with all these gassings. It was just too much for me, and I just had, I just had to get out. And I think I don't know. This might not have been the brightest idea. Not for these frequencies and what's happening. I just wanted to say that I was doing some research on remote neural monitoring, and I was looking at the different type of things that could be out there, like these headsets, but they seem pretty normal to me. I mean, I don't know what they do. They just monitor your brain wave. They just monitor your blood pressure, your oxygen. I don't know what else they do. There's got to be some other technology more advanced than just a neural headset, they call it. There's got to be. But if they exist, then there's got to be more heavy artillery on that same vein, that using that type of technology that exists. So with that being said, it's like, this is how I see it. Hacking is a big problem. It comes, imagine hackers. You have hackers from Russia, hackers from China, hackers from Ukraine, hackers from India. If they hack into certain places and they see prototypes for things that are, helpful, because they come up with these things to help people, to increase cognitive awareness, to help stroke victims, aneurysm, to help these people to get better. Now, let's say they hack in and they see the recipe. I call it a recipe. Let's simplify this. The recipe, the diagram, they see it written out. It's on a computer screen. It's on a drive. It's on the walls. Wherever they see it. And stop right there. You have drugs that are being manufactured by Big Pharma, right? They call it Big Pharma. And it's being distributed clinically through medical organizations, pharmacies, prescribed by a medical doctor or a psychiatrist. Now you have people who are actually cooking drugs in the basement, in the barn, in the yard, in the kitchen. They're dispensing it too. Are they supposed to have the recipe? No, but they do. So my point is, it's possible. They hack in, they see the diagrams, they see the, the recipe, easy to follow, right? They see it, it's easy to follow. Step-by-step instructions for them. And they see the possibility to do evil with this. Now, remember what that doctor had said, that she can easily open up a Pandora's box. Easily open up a Pandora's box as well as helping people, because the help is off the charts, it's phenomenal. Just to stop something, like stop a stroke, see something, signs you can get, anything at all, just prior to something happening to the patient, and stop them. The point is creating these things or this technology to help. But then you have people who would get their hands on it, maybe they do makeshift. They come up with their own version of it. And they create havoc with it. Side. Possible? I think so. I think so. Saying, on that note, people who know what this technology is, okay, you have a bunch of us complaining. If the average Joe on YouTube and the average Jane on YouTube can see us and make fun of us, and poke fun of us. You tell me these people don't see it? They don't see a similarity in what they can come up with, their intention, best of intentions to help, but they're seeing a similarity well, whoa, this thing that I created, it's capable of that. Please help us. Please help us. And help these people from themselves. Because these people are not nice people. Like they weren't potty trained right. Now, I don't know what it is they're getting. Money is one, but it's just the feeling of being in somebody's head and just sharing their thoughts, the pictures, the images. I mean, I don't understand. You were seeing the images the cat was seeing. So I'm thinking, what if there's a microchip? I don't know if it's something she implanted in the cat, or something that was on the cat, or I don't know. In the eyes, I don't know. The cat didn't look like it had an incision anywhere. It didn't look like that. It didn't look like it had an incision. So I don't know how she was able to do that. Because I didn't see any electrodes either, but I did see she had the cat's head in a vice. I'm sure it wasn't being hurt because it was quiet. But I also saw, I posted a video of like worms, like this worm in a maze too, right? And the worm was going in one direction, and you could hear a sound. Going in one direction, and as soon as the sound stopped, it started going in the opposite direction. Now I don't know what that was. I'm going to try to find that video again. The sound was causing it to move in this one direction only, then the sound stopped, and immediately it turned around and started going back in where it came from. Now I understand there's bad habits and good habits. Bad, but we can break these patterns ourselves. We don't need heavy technology in our heads to break patterns. I'm not talking about people who have experienced a stroke, or people who have experienced a heart attack or an aneurysm or any type of behavior, that could affect their behavior in a negative way or affect their bodily functions in a negative way. These things are necessary, and that's beautiful. It is beautiful. It is beautiful to make an implant where they can hear. This is not allowing it to happen. They go inside and they can hear. That's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. But you got to remember that people are evil. These things are good within themselves because the potential to do good is phenomenal. It's the intention behind the person or a group of people who use these technology to evil, to harm, to hurt, to maim, to injure. I'm asking the people who created something similar to please hear us, please help, please offer countermeasures. You're going to do a good thing and you're going to save a lot of lives. You're going to save a lot of lives. The second thing is, I've been looking at a lot of people who've been filing charges or filing lawsuits for for remote neural monitoring. And a lot of them, most of them, well, all of them, I believe, have been dismissed. Just with prejudice. It's like people are thinking it's like you're seeing Bigfoot's footprint in your yard, so you want to sue the government now because you need a high fence to keep Bigfoot out. They don't get past that initial stage, which is sad. It's sad. It really is sad. From a person who is experiencing this, it's sad. Let's hope that they never have to go through this, or any of their loved ones, before it gets to the point where they have to take notice and do something. Because I wouldn't wish this on anybody. No one. Nobody deserves this. Proctor said, there's good and bad. You can use electricity to cook a man's dinner, but you can also use electricity to cook the man. And he's right. Is what's your intention behind it? Do you want to do something helpful, or do you want to do something that is going to hurt? Now, there are other aspects to this aside from the neural remote monitoring. What it is in my opinion, my experiences. Again, what I'm saying is what I've been. I cannot speak for you. I cannot speak for the general public. I believe that my water got contaminated, that my crawl spaces got invaded. I think my home was invaded. Electricity was definitely messed with. I believe it's messed with again. Cat got messed up too. My body, I don't know if anybody ever touched my body, but I have a belief that they did. And my home has been invaded. My home has been invaded, I'm pretty sure. Because to do these things, you would have to invade my home. One of the things is, I used to make I like coffee. I like coffee in the morning. And that's, to just not to drink as much coffee. I like 2 cups of coffee, strong coffee, and make it to my own specifications. And the coffee, sometimes when I drink it, just after I drink it, like, oh, I'm with it from the inside. In all around my chest and my tummy, my intestines, it just, my stomach basically, just goes, this is how it feels like. Like a thousand little things going from the inside. Now, is there something in the coffee itself that they can activate from the outside? I'm not lactose intolerant. And I use creamer. I like flavored creamer. And most of them, the company don't use real milk. So that cannot be, that's not it. To say, well, I've developed an intolerance for lactose. I don't think I have. So I heard a click and this has gone fade. It's faded out. That's okay. That's okay. It's called life in these here technologically fucked up times. But anyway, with people who seek to hurt. For them, this is like a joke. For them, this is laughter. For them, this is funny. Well, let's give them a hand. What they do is they have this thing called flying monkeys. I call them a band of merry vagabonds. Flying monkeys. You have us talking about this, and then they have these people who will just be insultive or insulting, demeaning, demoralizing, create smear campaigns. I've noticed it in places that I've been. I've had to move 6 times within the last 2 years. That's a lot. 6 times. That's like every 3 months? Or every 4 months? Or no, every 4 months? Yeah, 2 years. It's like a set type of thing. I also had my card stolen. Some money taken out of a bank, $35. The bank sent me a replacement card. I think they sent 2 cards, one of the old address, one of the new one. Guess how many I got? 0. Didn't get any cards. I don't know where they went. Got other mail, but not that. Do it. Cards. So the flying monkeys, I guess they're just, to them it's a joke. I think what they do is that they don't look too closely at the victim, because they don't want to know. The less they know is the better for them. They just do stuff. But they're the ones who will come and whisper in people's ears. Like if they see someone is actually paying attention to you, someone is believing you, and someone is noticing strange stuff happening, their job is to discredit you, to make you look like you're doing something to them. to make them paranoid against you. Like what happened, something happened in California. That's what they do. That's what they do. Turn people against each other, to make the victim feel alone, isolated, and they have no one. Like their support system is completely gone. Two things can happen, my friends. You can either stumble and fall and just stay down, or you can either get stronger. And I know that this is hard. This is hard, and sometimes it's really hard because you can't see past the misery. And you're hoping that something will change. Something seems wrong about this. You're hoping that this is a nightmare that you're going to wake up from, because people, what is wrong here? Why would people do this? All of a sudden, it's like you're, bam, your awareness, your whole world got turned upside down. And you don't know. You don't know. You don't know what happened. But, it's just all of a sudden. Was it a big thing that caused it? Was it a little thing? Was it nothing? Was it something? What caused it? You prelude to this though, you will find something that they'll try to push in your head or make you believe that you're responsible. Basically what they want you to do is repeat what you're saying, what happened, while someone records you. I don't know. I told you that I was talking to psychics before, because I was interested in her. I thought she was being abused. I really thought she was being abused. Because the psychic spoke of abuse. I thought it was her. There was abuse, I guess this wasn't her. Unless they were using this technology to mess with them as well. I don't know. I'm not sure. Because they spoke of abuse, and the same thing is happening to me. So they had to sit down then and write everything down to do to me, like a whole book of stuff. Who does that? Why me? Why did they choose to do that? I don't understand. Why would they do that? To make these releasing tapes for her, these using the Sedona method, and I was saving the EFT for when I press here, it hurts. There's pain right here. There's nothing there to look at, but it hurts, like right here. I used to make them. I made them from April, I believe April of 2019 until like, I don't know, March of 2020. It's almost a year. I used to make them as soon as I wake up in the morning, because they used to help me as well. There's no I think it's Confucius or Buddha said that you cannot throw flowers, petals at someone without having some of the fragrance stay in your hand. And it's true. When you're releasing negative energy, negative thoughts, breaking patterns, breaking the why you're stuck in these set patterns, understanding what they are, understanding why you're stuck, you're able to move past them. Understanding them means facing them, addressing them, not working, move past. Different actions, different results. Results more in alignment with being a productive, energetic, happy person, successful person. So I used to make them and send them to her, so I thought, it was helping. She never once said that, she didn't appreciate them. I thought she did. Never once stopped me either. I understand with abused women, and I thought she was being abused, that they don't really say much, or maybe she was afraid. And I wanted to show her, I'm not afraid of this guy. I'm not afraid of him. Let him come to my door and say something. Because when there's something, when you have someone to protect, you go into protective mode. You become stronger. You're not going to be pushed around. This is the way I am, and I know a lot of you are probably like that. You get into protective mode. When we have someone to protect, we will go out of our way to help them. For us, because it makes us feel good, to be strong. It gives us a chance to be strong. And that's what I thought. But I was doing these readings, and the psychic readings. I was paying for them to have them done. And they used to say that the boyfriend had said, or somebody had said to her, that she's going to want revenge. Now, I don't know revenge for what. Not justice, but revenge. In my opinion, revenge is a pretty harsh word. They had to have done, did they do something for me to want revenge? I don't know. Revenge is not a word that comes normally to me. Not a word that comes normally to me. Because it's not a word that sure comes normally or usually to a lot of people. Justice, morally, but not revenge. Only if something really bad had happened. And what would I do? Unless he also knew that there was going to be no justice. That's another thing. Maybe he knew there was going to be no justice. I don't know what they did, but I know I'm missing stuff. That's another thing with the hacking. The hacking, I've said it and I've said it before. What they do is, if you're missing stuff, if you come up missing any type of documents, like if you have an account somewhere and they can't find a trace of it, what they probably did, what these people are doing, is that they're hacking in and they're changing a few letters, I believe, in the last name. Either minus or replacing them with something else until you stop looking. And then they just go for the kill. And even if they've cleaned out that certain accounts before, they will just delete it like the account never existed. I don't know if you can, but I think so. The thing is, if it's a lot of money you have, then somebody will have remembered issuing the money. If it's a private institution, if it's a bank, or whatever, whoever is giving out money out there, what company, I don't know, life insurance, they will remember that they issued a check, or something to do with a lot of money, cashier's check or whatever, for transfer it to another account or something. They will remember. It has to be somebody on staff who will remember, especially if it's up there. So anyway, just wanted to leave that with you. And I'm trying to look into neural monitoring, remote neural monitoring, and I don't know much about it. There's not much information for me to gain also, because I really don't know much about it. I wish that I had like some more information on it, but I don't know where to find it. There's like limited information. Now this could be because my information is filtered. I don't know. That's a possibility, which is unfair, which means that they're not infallible. They are afraid. They are afraid. All this big brash, bam, 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 they come at us. They're afraid. They're not infallible. They're very, 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 very fallible.